I'm Chris, guitar teacher from the north of England. You're going to write some riffs today. I've got this saying. I say if we take a riff and try to make it sound nasty, we accidentally make it sound like Sonic Youth and it sounds beautiful again. So we're going to try and take some power chords, do some horrible things with them. If you like beautiful progressions only, you can stop watching now, it's fine. I won't be upset with you. If you want to write something really dissonant, jarring, nasty, stick around. So I'll just take a simple concept like moving a power chord. And we're going to do some horrible things to it. What horrible things can we do to this? Well, the old idiom is that if you play a wrong note, you're just one fret away from the right note. Well, what about that? Sounds all right. So what about if we're playing the right note, we must be one fret away from the wrong note, all right? This is just a totally backward way of thinking about writing, but it simplifies the whole process. It's a different way of writing. Try it, okay? So, one little fret, if I move in series of one fret, it's going to sound rather, not exactly dissonant necessarily, but it's got a lot of tension in there. One fret. So if I apply this to the riff that we're writing at the moment, which is those two power chords, I'm going to move in opposite directions. Sorry, with this D power chord, I'm going to move down. With this E power chord, I'm going to move up. Already sounding nice and dissonant, all right? So I can make it almost chord scale with that, where I can play these in any order. Just kind of improvising a little bit there. I'm kind of liking the sound of. Oof. What can we do? What further things can we do to make these power chords sound horrible? Well, that interval, the interval is the distance between two notes. That is a perfect fifth. How can we make this very imperfect? Well, we can move it down one fret, so it becomes the tritone. Oh, naughty little tritone there, right? It was never banned from the church. Don't go writing in the comments that it was banned from the church. It never was. Total myth. If your music teacher, told you that people were ostracized for using the tritone, they're not necessarily a liar, but they are ill-informed. So we're just going to move from the regular. We're moving one fret again. What does this sound like if we move from the perfect fifth to the tritone? It sounds pretty naughty, if you ask me. So what about if we put all these things together, all right, and we're developing this riff? I'm just playing the tritone there, so perfect fifth, tritone. Let's put a tritone here. Oof, oh my gosh. Hey, we're getting somewhere. Let's put some distortion on that, and a horrible amount of reverb. Just going through the HX stump here. The good thing about using amp sims is that you can just sit down, turn it on, play, and that leads to me writing more. Just trying to mess around with the rhythm a little bit there. Turn that off before people complain that I'm using too much distortion and they can't tell what I'm playing. One more thing that I'm going to add to this, because I think it's already sounding a little naughty. The most dissonant interval isn't actually the tritone. The flat 9 is arguably more dissonant, and we get a flat 9. A flat 9 is basically the same as it's basically one note up from the root note. So we can't play two notes on one string. We can play it like that. Or we can add it to the chord like this. playing it an octave higher. Right, play around with that. So, let's have a think about it. I'm going to improvise a little progression here. Pray for me. We're going to develop that, but I'm not going to say here's that in the mix, because we're not making mixes, we're writing tunes. Don't worry about the mix until you've written a tune, alright? We're just writing riffs here. Doesn't matter what it sounds like in the mix at this point. Have a little play around with those quick little concepts. Let me know what you come up with, alright? This is an easy way of writing. We're not thinking too much about it. We'll just give ourselves a few little rules and then go wild. Thanks to all the Patreons, you keep this channel running. If you got to this point in the video, you might as well like and subscribe. Really helps me out, it really does. For a few more concepts on shoegaze, alt rock, other nice things, check out one of these videos. See ya.